Everyone on Oja Road knew that Mama Risi sold the best food. It was not just the taste, though her pepper soup could make a grown man close his eyes and forget his name. It was something else, something that pulled people off the road before they even knew they were hungry. Truck drivers who had eaten in Ibadan would still stop at her table. Office workers who brought their own lunch from home would find themselves standing in front of her pot before noon, money already in their hand. Not sure how they got there. Her table was never empty. The other women who sold beside her on that road, Mama Kike, Iya Tosin, and the younger one, Small Comfort, they watched her and they burned inside. Mama Risi woke every morning before the birds. She tied her wrapper tight and walked to the bush path behind Baba Sayun's compound while the world was still dark. She had been going there since the year after her husband left, the year the children stopped eating full meals, and she had cried until her eyes swelled like overripe tomatoes. Baba Sayun did not ask her many questions the first time she came. He looked at her hands for a long moment and said, "You carry hunger, woman. Not your own hunger. The hunger of many people." He gave her something small, a preparation she rubbed into both palms every 3 months. He told her never to wash her hands with soap before she touched her cooking pots in the morning. He told her never to let another woman stir her food. He told her never to count her money in front of anyone. She obeyed everything, and the customers came. Mama Kike was the first to notice the pattern. "See how people park their motorcycles only in front of her table," she said one afternoon, loud enough for Iya Tosin to hear. "Even when my stew is fresh and her pot is almost finished, they will still go and join her long line." Iya Tosin sucked her teeth. "Her food is not sweeter than mine. I grind my tomatoes fresh every morning." Small Comfort said nothing. She just watched Mama Risi from the corner of her eye, the way the woman moved slowly, calmly, never shouting or calling customers. The customers just came, always, like water finding a path downhill. The three women began to talk among themselves, first quietly, then with more boldness. They said Mama Risi had done something. They said a person's business did not just grow like that without help from somewhere. They said the kind of help that came from Baba Sayun's bush path did not come for free, that something else was always paying the bill. But they had no proof. Just the bitterness that sits in a woman's chest when she works hard and still watches someone else eat better. The trouble started in the dry season. Mama Risi's preparation was due for renewal. She had stretched it 2 weeks longer than she should have, because the money for Baba Sayun had not been easy that month. Her daughter's school fees had taken everything. She told herself one more week would not matter. It mattered. A customer bit into her fish and spat. He said the taste was off. Then another woman complained that the rice was too salty. Then a man who came every day for 6 months drove past without stopping, and Mama Risi stood there watching his car disappear down the road, a cold fear spreading from her stomach into her chest. By the third day, her table was half empty. She went to Baba Sayun that night, in the dark, without telling anyone. She knocked 3 times, the way she had been taught. The old man opened the door and looked at her face, and already knew. "You delayed," he said. "I had no money," she said. Her voice broke. She was not a woman who cried easily, but that night, standing in front of the old man, something in her cracked open. She thought about her children. She thought about the table and the pots, and the years she had spent bending over fire just to keep a roof over their heads. "Please, Baba, help me." He helped her, but the price had gone up, and the process this time left her palms raw and stinging for 2 days. She wrapped her hands in cloth and told her children she had a burn from the cooking fire. It was Small Comfort who saw her, not at Baba Sayun's. She did not know about the bush path, but one morning, earlier than usual, Small Comfort arrived at the roadside to set up her table and saw Mama Risi crouched beside her cooking pots in a way that was not normal. She was moving her hands slowly over the open pot, both palms facing down, eyes closed, lips moving without sound. Small Comfort stood very still. She watched for only a moment before Mama Risi opened her eyes and saw her. The two women looked at each other across the morning air. Nothing was said, but everything was understood. By afternoon, Small Comfort had told Mama Kaike. By the next morning, Iya Tosin had told 4 other people on the road. By the end of that week, The story had grown large and wide and ugly, the way stories do when they travel through mouths that do not love you. People said different things. They said her food had something inside it. They said the charm was in the pepper. They said she had used a person, some said a child, some said a man, to power the preparation. But fear does not need evidence to do its work. Customers began to hesitate. Some stopped coming. A man who ate her food on Friday came back on Saturday to ask if she had put something in his rice, because he had felt strange all night. She had not, but she could not prove that either. Mama Reese sat behind her table on a Tuesday afternoon with her pot still full and her heart completely empty. This was the agony she had never prepared for. Not hunger, not poverty, not even her husband leaving. This, the way a person can work and sacrifice and hold a family together with bleeding hands and still be destroyed by the very road she stood on every day. She had done what she did because there was no other door open to her. She had tried selling without help and watched her children sleep hungry. She had tried praying, and the prayers had sat in the air and come back to her unanswered. She had gone to Baba Sayun's bush path because a woman with nothing left will try anything. Was it wrong? She did not know anymore. The inside of her was too tired to answer that question. Mama Kike passed her table and did not greet her. Aya Tosin looked away. Even Small Comfort, who had been almost kind before, Small Comfort walked past like Mama Reese was a stranger. A single customer came that afternoon, an old man who did not know the story, or perhaps did not care. He sat down, ate her food slowly, and said, "This pepper soup is the best thing I have tasted in months." Mama Reese looked at him. Something in her chest moved. Not happiness, not even hope. Just a small, stubborn thing that refused to die completely. She packed up early. She sat with her children and watched them eat, and did not say anything about what the road had done to her that day. Tomorrow, she would go back. She always went back. That was the only charm she had ever truly owned, the one that lived in her bones and would not let her stop. Some prices are paid in silence. Some secrets do not stay secret forever. And some women carry the weight of both, alone, until their backs either break or become iron.